It's now time for Cooking with Crystal, presented by Jeff Crystal Catering.
Hi, today we're going to cook wild turkey, and I'm not talking cocktails. We have a wild turkey breast here. We're going to slice down and make a little bit of a marinade with honey. We're going to do a little bit of Dijon mustard and a little bit of Jeffrey seasoning crystals, and then coat it with olive oil. We're going to let that marinade, cut it into strips. Then I'm going to show you a brown butter sage sauce with a touch of pecans to pour over the top. First, you're going to take your turkey breast, slice it into nice cutlets. You're going to want to cut it a bias. So you'll have a steak out of it. Now we're going to make a little bit of a smear with Dijon mustard. Remember, when you're doing a marinade, always get the acidity product in there first. Now we'll do a little bit of Jeffrey seasoning crystals, and then honey. Pour the honey all over there. Now we're going to move this around a touch, just to get everything working a little bit. It's all sticky and somewhere. Now we're going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil over it. We're going to let that marinate for a couple minutes. As that marinates, for your sauce, we're going to need some chopped pecans, some julienne shallots, fresh sage, whole butter, and a little bit of chicken stock. Make a very quick, easy sauce. So once you get this done, the marination done, you fire up your grill, go outside and grill them. You can make the sauce very easy and just pour it over the top. On our sauce, we're going to take a saute pan, take a little bit of butter, add your shallots, and you can substitute red onion for your shallots. If you can't find them, they're hard to find in the store. Usually they're by the garlic and things in the store. If you can't find them, just use a little bit of red onion. They're a little more bite. The red onion is a little more bitier, not as sweet and mild as flavor as the shallots. Now we're going to add the pecans, because we want that flavor to be a nice toasted pecan flavor. And tear up a couple leaves of fresh sage. Once we get that all sauteing together, we're going to sort of leave it on the top side of the saute pan and add just a touch more butter to it. What that'll do is sort of let that cook slow on the bottom where the heat is, keeping the pan center, or the center of the pan here on the bottom. You'll notice that's going to start to brown. As the butter browns, that brings a nutty flavor into it. As soon as it gets nice and brown, we're just going to add a splash of chicken stock, and that's it. The sauce is done. It's a very easy, clean, quick sauce. Nope. I'm going to add a touch of cracked pepper. And there, the sauce is done. We'll take our turkey fillets that have been marinated for about a half hour now. Sprinkle a little bit of Jeffrey seasoning crystals over them. Always cook when you're grilling. You gotta sear it hot first. That way it holds all the juices in. And what you're gonna get with this, because of the honey, is a little bit of sticking, but just gently work it a little bit at a time and release it. Now on a dish like this, what you want to do is, because you made it crispy outside on it, you don't want to cover it with sauce, because that'll take the whole, everything you work to get nice and crispy on the outside will be washed away. What we're going to do is lay the sauce on the bottom of the plate first. The nuts will hold the turkey right up off the plate out of the sauce. We'll set that on. Then for a garnish, we'll take a couple of our fresh sage leaves. For this great recipe and other great recipes, go to the outdoor icon and click on Cooking with Crystals.
Well, Rob, I'm going to go home and thaw a turkey breast out of the freezer after that segment with Jeff Crystal.
That looks like a tasty recipe.
Well, we had a great show here today, Rob. We learned an awful lot here at Wild Birds Unlimited in Boardman. I want to thank Jeff Harvey for inviting us out and showing us his store. I learned about the boxes, the feeders, the feed. I learned so much, Rob. It's going to take me all night to absorb everything we learned here today.
Absolutely. We definitely learned a lot. We want to thank Jim Kerr of the Beaver Creek Wildlife Education Center as well.
Yeah, he did a great job showing us. Great guys. I can't wait to take our next trip down there and see Beaver Creek Education Center and see some of the mounts he's talking about. And I also want to thank the Page family for opening up their home to us and showing us their little wildlife wonderland in their backyard.
That's pretty awesome stuff.
So, Rob, we had a great show here this week, and we got another great show lined up for you next week. But until then,
Have a great outdoor experience.
we'll see you next week.